Who is the State Bar of California? The State Bar of California is a 501c3 entity organization that regulates and controls the operations of the lawyers' practice. I mean, they're supposed to anyway, but however, they're just the supervisor of things to make sure the coordination of their program continues to run in its ordinary course of business. And what I mean by that is they'll sit up there and tell you, by review of my files and the ordinary course of business that my department keeps is a bunch of bullshit, yo. Well, and so much, so forth. The truth is, we don't really understand the practice of law, so we look to those who understand the language of law. And it just seems like a bunch of jibber jabber. And then when other people who are not lawyers try to figure it out and understand it and comprehend the language and get past that barrier that seems to be the ignorance of mankind, they depend on the lawyers. We all know the old jokes of the lawyers. They talk about, how do you know when a lawyer is lying? His lips are moving. Oh, when, right? Well, now I know when a lawyer is lying, he's pulling out a contract, offering it to you. He's offering you a line of bullshit. That's a fact. You see, the first thing you need to understand and not let go of is the lawyer is an agent of the state. He's licensed to practice in every state court in the state of California, unless perhaps he doesn't have his federal jurisdiction. However, so be it. It won't be no thing to let him into the federal bar, right? Besides that point, an officer of the state causes you harm, injures you, and you seek the lawyer of the state to represent you against the officer of the state that injured you. That's a big conflict of interest, man. Holy shit. Sorry, no can do. I can't represent you and my current client too. Oh man, what a scam. So, lo and behold, they're just gonna push you around and mislead you until your statute of limitations are set to expire. At the point that your statute of limitations are set to expire, if you're determined not to let your injury go, or your arrest, or whatever your case may be, you would take the detrimental steps to file the lawsuit yourself in court in the proper jurisdiction and try to file your claim and complaint yourself and try to let all the facts be known. Try to let them know that, hey, I'm not here because I choose to be here without representation. I was forced to take this position by the dilatory practice of the agents of the state representing the State Bar of California. Now here we are, the answering phase where the defendants, the state of California, answer. I file a response to their answer. They claim to propound interrogatories. Those interrogatories were burdensome. They were oppressive. And I objected to every one of them, and I timely filed a response to every single one of them. But that conflict of interest was already known, and that attorney-client work privilege is in effect and wants to be protected. Forget about your protection. The truth is,